What's up, everyone? Welcome to popculture.com's group chat, where we talk about all the reality TV news that we care about and you really need to know. I'm one of your hosts, Anna Rumor.
And I'm Jameson Brown.
And I'm Victoria McGottamy.
Hi, guys. It's so nice to check in with you.
Hello.
How are you doing?
Oh.
Good, good.
The news
We've
is
made it
treating
halfway
you well.
through the year.
We did. I don't know how we did it, but we're here, and that counts for something, right?
Yes.
Yep.
We're hoping for good positive vibes in July.
Yes.
Yeah, I saw a meme that was like, July, come in, sit down, and be quiet. No one needs you to stir anything else up. And I would like to put that out into the universe. July,
Yes.
be chill. We've got an awesome show to kick off the being chill. We have like probably the weirdest Real Housewives of New Jersey story in a really long time. Dipping into Sopranos territory there with like a mob arrest. So we're going to break that down because that's fascinating for people who don't even watch the show, honestly. Khloe Kardashian and Tristan Thompson, like we've been saying, are back together. And I know we've had so many opinions about it, but now that it's actually happened, I'm like, okay, whatever. Real Housewives of Beverly Hills. It doesn't return from a hiatus until next week, but there's drama happening off screen as always. And then we're going to talk about Say I Do, which is the new Netflix show from the creators of Queer Eye. I talked to one of the stars, Gabriele Bertaccini, the other day, and he validated me crying during the trailer. So we'll talk about that as well. Let's start off with this Real Housewives of New Jersey, like Sopranos crossover. This is wild. Do you guys watch Real Housewives of New Jersey? Have you caught a few episodes?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. So remember Dina Manzo? She was like an OG back season 1. Her ex-husband Thomas the other day was indicted for allegedly hiring a member of the Lucchese. Do you guys know how to pronounce that?
Listen, we're not here to judge.
Well, okay, yeah. It's
Say it how you think.
It's the Lucchese. I don't know. I can't speak Italian. I'm so sorry. It's spelled Lucchese. If it's wrong, I'm sorry. To carry out an assault of her current husband in exchange for, and this is the best part, a quote deeply discounted wedding reception at the Brownstone in Patterson. In the spring of 2015. So this is a couple years out, obviously. This is 5 years ago. At the time, Thomas, who was the one who's arrested, was separated from Dina, and he hired and gave identifying information to John Perma of the Crime Family to commit a violent assault on Dina's then boyfriend, who is now her husband. And he allegedly did attack him with a slapjack, which is a weapon I'd never heard of, but left him with it's like a very heavy thing you hit someone in the face with, basically.
Okay, so just a heavy, okay.
Yeah, real primitive, but it gets the job done. It apparently left him with a permanent facial scar.
Oh, no.
And
What?
I mean, he's doing okay, I think, but he is facing charges of committing a violent crime in the aid of racketeering activity, which is just code for the mob, and conspiracy to commit a violent crime in the aid of a racketeering activity. So, wow.
First off, the slapjack, it's just very odd. Okay, I'm gonna hold this up for, you can get one for $40. If you guys can see that.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Right.
I've never heard of this. I'm fascinated.
So to be clear, this was not a hit. This was just like a rough up.
Yes.
Not sorry. It's like
Jameson's like, come on.
Yeah.
If it's not a hit, I'm not interested. No, apparently it was a rough up. If it was a hit, maybe they would have gotten the reception for free instead of just
there you go. Like full discount off. There you go.
Probably.
It's wild because there's always been rumors. I mean, they talk about it on the show all the time about people being connected to the mob, but I always took that as kind of like, well, they're just stunting and
like
New Jersey thing.
Kind of like the fluff of the show, like to make it a little bit more dramatic and a little bit better storyline. The fact that that actually happened in real life.
So was the motive behind this because he was just mad that she had moved on to someone else?
I mean, I didn't really go into it in the indictment, but that's kind of what it sounds like.
Yeah,
I'm just mad we didn't get that on the show.
I know, right? Yeah, for real.
Oh my God.
Come on,
Anna,
I want to watch that.
I want to see it on the show.
And
I want to see your illegal activity.
And she's sisters or cousins with the other one?
Caroline's sister.
Yes. Caroline's sister. Okay, gotcha.
Yes, they were some of my favorites. I loved them. I was very sad when they were no longer on the show. So they, first of all, they leave the show and then they're doing this behind my back.
Come on,
Manzos. Come on.
I'm not gonna lie though, when I saw this break, it was kind of one of those headlines. I feel like we've been so used to like coronavirus that like seeing a headline like this, like I legit like have not like that's like some stuff that you see and think about like in the movies, and then when you see it in real life, you're like, oh, I am here for this.
Oh, I know. I was overjoyed because while this is a very dark story, somehow it doesn't feel as dark as the rest of 2020. It feels like fun dark.
Okay,
almost.
When you first brought this up for the schedule today, like I was reading that and it like wasn't. This is sad. It wasn't dark at all. I was like, ooh, like
yeah, right.
You know, like,
yeah.
And that is bad when the year is that bad when you're this like brings light to your day. So yeah.
Right. This is like there's a lot of existential dread going on, and this is very like I can pin this down. I allegedly know exactly what happened. But this has kind of thrown me into a spiral of looking for the other illegal activities in Real Housewives of New Jersey because there's been a lot. Like obviously we know about Juicy Joe. He went to prison, and so did Teresa for like wire fraud, that kind of thing. So that was sketchy. And then I found out about this one. In 2017, Kim DePaula's car, 2 men were found shot execution style and burned beyond recognition in her car.
Okay, now that's like real deal mob right there.
That's like some mob stuff right there.
Oh. Right. Well, and she said that her son Chris's friend was using the car at the time. She's never gotten implicated in that at all. But as far as I can tell, nothing has come of that either. So like, what is going on in New Jersey, guys?
Well, and like it brings up a bigger picture too with like this show and then that show Mob Wives and stuff like that, where they really are tied to the mob. But like, how far is too far with these reality shows where the actual mob, who's very silent with this stuff, but like will come out and just hit you and you're dead? And like, what? It's just, I don't know. That would stress me out if I was one of them on a reality show trying to like use that as how I build my own brand or whatever it is they're trying to do, but then you also have like the risk of the mob actually coming after you.
So that's a point that I was thinking too, is like you would think that if these people are on television, because you think like, okay, like the mob isn't going to come out and just like give us all the answers to the test, right? But then you're like okay, well, but like you actually have people who are tied to the mob that are on reality television, and that would freak me out if I was part of that, because you're like, where's that line that you don't cross, because then you could show up dead. And I don't know, that's like you would think that maybe I don't know, but it's crazy to me to think that these people are on TV but they don't let the TV world get to their private world of what they do with the mob. But they're still very just like invested in that.
But it has come up is the thing. It's not like they're keeping it totally silent. Like they've talked before about the Manzo's connection to the mob and kind of been like, oh, they're connected to the mob. And everyone's like, but apparently.
Move along with the plot, please.
Right. Let's keep going. And I know that the Giudices were talking about how they probably wouldn't have been indicted on all their financial crimes if they weren't on TV bragging about how much stuff they have. Yeah.
Yes. That's what I think sometimes. Like when you're on television, it highlights you even more. So you would think that they would want to back away from the illegal activity, but it seems as though these people are just like,
all you got to do is have one FBI agent who's a fan of a show watching, being like,
put 2 and 2 together.
Feels like they have a lot of money for how much money that they tell us that we have. I guess that's the IRS, but whatever. But it's just fascinating. It proves that people really, really, really want to be on TV, even if it's kind of against their best interest.
Yep.
Yeah.
So we will be following that, obviously, because it's fascinating. Stuff. It's fascinating. Moving on to other juicy news. We called this one like a million miles away, but it's still interesting to get semi-confirmation. People reported this week, and people, they're like the voice piece of the Kardashians, so that I don't typically trust it unless I see them report it. Khloe is back with Tristan, guys.
Yeah, here we are.
We're back. We're back here.
I feel like none of us know what to say.
Hold on. Anna called this like long time ago. Back when we were in a studio. So there's that.
Well, they've been rehabbing his image for seemingly forever, trying to make him, I mean, what, he cheated on her when she was pregnant, that we definitely know about. And then he cheated on her right after she gave birth, and with a family friend. Like, throw him out with the trash. But then in the last season or so, they've been painting him as like, well, you know, he's a really good dad, not really talking about the fact that he has another kid and we never hear anything about that child. And so just painting him in a really positive light. So I was not surprised to see that they were back together, just disappointed.
I mean, they've been grooming us for this. I mean, we've talked about this for weeks now. You know what I mean? Like, we're ready to, I don't know. I wish the best for him. Khloe's literally my favorite Kardashian. I do love her. But at this point, it's just kind of like, well, if he does it again, are we going to be shocked? Absolutely not. So hopefully he doesn't. Hopefully they can live a happily ever after life. But, you know.
Yeah, I mean, I hope that too, because Khloe does seem like a genuinely nice person, but like, I don't know. What's the old saying? When people show you who they are, believe them. I feel like Tristan has shown us many times in the public eye exactly who he is. And I also feel like there's a special place in hell for people who cheat on their pregnant wives, because that's trash.
It is. It's not nice.
Yeah.
I
feel like there's the answer to this is just a giant collective, like, sigh.
It is. And all the responses.
All of our reactions were like,
obviously. Well, all the Twitter reactions were like, you know what? Next time he cheats, like, we collectively have agreed that we're not feeling bad for her anymore. So I don't know. Agreed. Just kind of worn out her sympathy in the court of public opinion, unfortunately. There were rumors that that they had gotten engaged because of her 36th birthday party this weekend.
What?
I have stuff to say about later. She was sporting this massive diamond ring on her left finger, and kind of posing with it. How, like, when people have gotten engaged and they want you to notice, they're like hand near the face.
Yeah, they're like
someone else's chest. Like, this? What? No.
How'd that get there?
And it was like people were noticing that it was between different outfits too, so it wasn't just like a massive ring for the special occasion or whatever. And special guest.
Yes.
Like cat meows into the microphone.
I debate literally every single week whether to lock mine up or to leave them out. And today I almost left them out, but I was like, with all the cords, this would topple.
She just for those of you listening, my cat Poppy just made a little cameo, peeped her little head in. But so she had this massive ring. I was actually thinking, I was like, oh my god, if they got engaged, like, absolutely murder me. But a source told us that they are not engaged. They are just, working on their relationship.
Well, he did give her a ring. Remember last season, he did give her like a promise ring, and Scott Disick was like, dude, that straight up looks like an engagement ring. And she was like, no, it's not an engagement ring, but I'll take it.
And I'll wear it on the left ring finger and pretend that he wants to commit to me.
So that might be that ring.
Oh God. Yeah, you're right. It might be that ring. I don't even remember what that ring looks like. But we do have to talk about her 36th birthday party, because I had three quick points to make about it. Number one, they said it was family only because it's the coronavirus, but there were definitely people there who are not related to them. So it was a very, very loose definition of the word family.
Yes.
Which, is irresponsible. But
especially because they've been so like paranoid through this virus too. They've all been very like, stay at home, don't touch people.
Don't touch people except for when we want to, because
right, exactly.
The thing that really caught my attention as a nightmare, though, is at Stormy's birthday party every year, there's always like a giant inflatable baby head, and I hate it, but I get it because it goes with the Astroworld thing with Travis Scott.
It's Travis Scott.
Yes, so I've been like, but okay with that. Nope, we're just using it now. They just have an inflatable head guy, because there was an inflatable Khloe head And I have to say, it kind of looked like her more than some of her Instagram pictures that she photoshopped. I'm so sorry.
She just laid it out on the line. She has transformed. Listen, there's a lot of memes. There's a lot of memes that are showing her from like 10 years ago, 5 years ago, 2 years ago, 1 year ago, and then now. The girl has transformed, man.
Listen, I'm all fine with changing appearance, but the photoshopping has got to stop. And we know that it's photoshopping because she's got a different face every week. And you can't do plastic surgery that fast.
Nope.
So Khloe, just get a better Photoshop person, you know? Like, or go with the inflatable head guy. He seems very good at his job. The other thing that I thought was interesting about the party was Rob Kardashian was there.
He's never anywhere. In a while.
Rob always goes to the family functions, I feel like, but he just never really wants to be on TV.
Well, he never wants to be on TV, and he's never in pictures, and he never posts any pictures of himself on Instagram. He posted a bunch of pictures of himself like smiling and laughing with like Tristan and Scott. He posted a bunch of those, and I looked back, and it was the first pictures he'd posted of himself that weren't throwbacks since 2018. That's wild.
It's a hot minute.
I know.
I feel like I've seen him I don't know. I feel like I've seen him come out a little bit more lately. Maybe I'm making that up in my head.
He posts a lot of pictures of Dream, which is, Dream's adorable. Yeah. So I'm all in favor of that. I felt happy for him for a moment because I was like, oh, like I know he's had struggles with like depression and talking about his like body image and not wanting to be in the public eye, and I appreciate that. But then I kind of remembered that he posted revenge porn of Blac Chyna on Instagram, and I was like, never mind. Like,
I forgot about that whole situation. It got ugly fast.
Yeah, their whole thing kind of cast really a dark light onto both of them. They're not fun like root for or watch anymore after that. So
hard to support either one there.
Yep. So it was a brief like,
they had a show for like not even like season. And it was like,
no,
their show's not very good.
You can watch that. Let's go to a quick break, and then we'll talk about Real Housewives of Beverly Hills and say I do and bring things up a little bit. So we'll be right back. All right, guys, we are back, and we are talking Real Housewives of Beverly Hills. Have you guys caught any of this season, which has actually been good, much to my joy?
I was going to say, this is like your season. Like, you're a fan of the season. I have yet to watch it, but from what I hear from you, it's very good.
I haven't been watching it, but I've been keeping track with the Glanville, Denise Richards stuff.
Yes.
So that's been interesting.
Yeah. Well, I understand that you guys haven't been watching it because it's been bad for like a couple seasons. So I feel like it's lost a lot of good faith. Like I barely tuned in just because people were promising it was going to be good, but it legitimately is. And I know we've talked a little bit before about the main drama of the season is that whenever it comes back from hiatus next week, which has been killing me. Oh my gosh, what are we supposed to watch? What do people watch? What shows do people watch when the
It's getting slim out there right now.
It really is.
I'm really diving deep on some stuff. But so whenever it comes back, Brandi Glanville is going to make a cameo appearance. We've been reading tabloid stuff about this forever, and and it's been in the trailers. And she's going to say that she had an affair with Denise Richards. Denise obviously is vehemently denying this. She does the whole, if you've seen the trailer, it's like, bravo, bravo, effing bravo. Because if you say Bravo's name, they typically turn off the cameras when they're filming. But they left it rolling.
They're like, we know this trick. We are still filming.
We are still filming. This is the best thing we've had in years. Say what you want. So that's about to go down. I'm assuming it's going to go down the next couple episodes too, because Brandi Glanville the other day, I mean, she is such a pot star in general that you like kind of have to appreciate it, but also roll your eyes at it. This was an eye roll for me. She posted on Twitter the other day a picture of her kissing a woman who looks like Denise, but who knows, on the cheek, and was like, oh, just a little snack for you guys. And just in case you were wondering, like, it is Denise Richards, but she only refers to her by her initials because she got a cease and desist from Denise's lawyers. So she's like, it is DR, if you didn't think so. Blah, blah, blah. But I think the collective response from everyone was like, so what? So picture of you kissing a woman on the cheek. Like people kiss each other.
Brandi's also not my favorite.
No, I mean I really liked her when she first came on and like was hobbling around on her crutches, but she's she had like a broken foot or like a twisted ankle or something when she first came, and then the Richards sisters hit her crutches, and it was an iconic moment. Very mean, but very funny. Yeah, but for me, it was just like, well, I mean, right now we're not kissing anyone on the cheek, but in Beverly Hills pre-corona, that's just a hey. So
I was about to say, like, I don't know what the big deal is about all
exactly. This. I just thought it was so funny because she posted it like it was this bombshell, and everyone's response was like, meh, okay.
She's just wanting some publicity right now. She's getting bored. She's stuck in the house. Wants some attention.
She's just gunning for that position after Lisa Vanderpump left. She wants to be back because her full fallout was with Lisa. So now that Lisa's gone, I bet she's like, and me back on the show. But I don't. I don't think anyone wants that. The interesting thing for me this season is because the way it was edited feels like they want you, like they think that you're not going to be on Denise's side. They're kind of editing her like she's sketchy, but the overwhelming opinion of everyone online and all the people that I watched with has been like, no, we're team Denise, because there was a whole thing where they were talking about, kind of inappropriate sexual stuff at a dinner party where her kids were. And she was like, hey, can we not do that? And they were all like, oh, are you mom shaming me? And the way that it's edited makes it seem like we should be on their sides and be like, yeah, Denise, whatever, you talk about that stuff sometimes. But her position's like, well, my kids are there, so it's a little different. And I feel like everyone is on her side, and it's shocking all the other housewives and the editors, which is just an interesting thing to kind of watch.
Hasn't she kind of been a fan favorite though since she got on the show? Because she's like just like this. She's so separated from the rest. I think we've talked about this before. Like everyone's like very Beverly Hills glamorous, and she's just like rolling around her like Malibu jeans and like loose fitting top. Her hair's just like up here, and she's just like, "What's up, guys?"
Right? Yeah, and she's Denise freaking Richards. Like, she's over it, and rightfully so. So when people accuse her of maybe acting like she's better than them or above it, everyone else was like, yeah,
honestly, I feel like all the difficulties and all the challenges she went through with her ex Charlie Sheen, I feel like after that she's kind of just like, bring it on, baby. Like, I can buckle up and let's roll.
Anything. She's fearless. Anything with having to deal with Charlie Sheen for that long of a time is you can't get any more intense. So
I mean, I feel like that's probably how she sees this, is just like,
this is mere child's play for her.
And
I'm so above this.
I don't care, guys. Although people have been speculating that the reason she is reacting so strongly to the Brandi Glanville stuff is because she and Charlie go on and off with custody issues back and forth, and it's like once you bring
an issue,
kids and marriage stuff into it, that's legal
and
fodder.
That's kind of where I feel like I would draw the line, especially like just even as a viewer, is like, I'm here for the drama, I'm here for you guys getting drunk and acting like fools, but like when you start messing with someone's children and like potential like custody issues and battles, like I feel like that's where we draw the line. Like, you don't mess, because if that comes up and they pull her kids away, like that's not cool.
Right. And I mean, I can't imagine that would happen, because if you have Charlie Sheen on one side and Denise Richards with like Housewives drama on the other, it's still pretty unevenly weighted. But I'm sure she doesn't want to mess with that at all. And there typically is a rule on other Housewives shows that you don't mess with the kids. So that's why I was so weird about the mom shaming stuff. I was like, we've all agreed that we're not doing this, right?
Yeah.
So it's interesting. It'll be interesting to see what happens. You guys should definitely watch an episode. Tell me.
I was gonna say, I'm gonna binge watch now because I just need to see this.
Well, I just want to see if I'm like crazy being Team Denise, or if this is normal.
I'm literally gonna watch this week, and then we're gonna talk about this.
Yes. Speaking of things that we are binge watching, Say I Do is the new Netflix show. It just dropped on July 1st. It's from the creators of Queer Eye. So like the second that popped up on my screen, I was like, oh no, I need to go grab my tissues because I just weep during that show. It's kind of Queer Eye-esque. in that there are 3 experts. There's the design expert, Jeremiah, the food expert, Gabrielle, who's the one I talked to the other day, and then the fashion expert, who's Ty. And they all come together to take like deserving couples who for some reason haven't gotten married over the years, like haven't been able to make their wedding happen, and throw them a wedding in a week. It is
gosh.
so heartwarming. It's so cute. Like all the couples are perfect and people who really deserve it. I spoke with Gabrielle the other day for our new series called Pop Culture at Home. You guys should watch it. Hashtag plug. He was delightful, and we talked about the role that food plays in people's special days, which as someone who ate Cheez-Its for lunch made me really reconsider a lot of things. But he was saying that the show, it's a storytelling show. It's a show about hope and love and resiliency. He said, quote, "It's a kind of show that brings back the trust we should all have in the power of love, the fact that we can go through fears, struggles, failures, yet we find reassurance in love. The love's still there as a safety net." So I was like,
I want to watch this. I'm obsessed with Queer Eye though. So like, I feel like if it's from like with that name attached to it, I feel like I'm going to love this show already.
So during the 1 week period, is it something that they come up with themselves as the host, or do they try to like work with the people getting married to make it what they have like wanted or envisioned over the years?
So they work with the couple to figure out what they want and what they've always kind of dreamed. But it's typically the one partner that has come forward and been like, this is what I want to do. And then they surprise the other one, which is like, that for me is always the moment where I'm like, okay, tears starting in 0.32 seconds. And it's awesome. They have such a diverse group of couples too. And so many people who have like really interesting stories and who've been together through a lot of stuff. It's just, in the times where we need something heartwarming, and we need something heartwarming that's not like, when things are heartwarming because they're kind of sad. This is not heartwarming because it's sad. It's heartwarming because it's like,
it's so happy. It makes you feel
it's actually uplifting. Yeah.
Yes. It's people getting what they deserve. And Ty makes these fabulous custom gowns and suits for the brides and grooms. So that's a ton of fun for me to watch because I don't know anything about fashion. And then Jeremiah, literally, he's the like design expert. So he throws the wedding basically, and he puts together a wedding in like a week or less. And
that's a lot.
It's deeply impressive. It's like how Bobby puts together the whole house on Queer Eye in like a week, but a wedding. So
intense.
It's very intense. So everyone should watch it and cry with me so that we can all have a cathartic moment together.
I feel like when Anna gets sappy, that's how you know it's good.
Oh, I know.
Yeah, exactly.
That's the defining line. It takes a lot. I'm one of those people that I like am so scared. I like want to like just be so nice to everyone, but like when Anna is like, no, this is good, I'm always like, no, this is good, even when it's not. I'm like, no, you're doing great, sweetie. But when Anna says it's good, like, it's good.
It really is good. And I was actually having trouble writing the story because I had to watch the trailer a couple times. I kept crying during the trailer. Like, this is making it harder to write because I have to like go get a tissue and like be able to see again. So everyone should watch it. It's on Netflix. And yeah, so we'll leave on that high note. What do you guys have?
Positive discussion on,
that
was great.
Things are getting better, maybe.
Yeah, July.
Fingers crossed.
Nice. Fingers crossed.
Maybe that'll set the tone for July.
I dig it. I think it's a good start to the month. Hamilton's coming to Disney Plus.
I'm watching that.
I'm sorry. Okay, was that your? You know what? We're going to Pop Culture Picks of the Week, and I think Jameson wants to go first with something.
I think I gotta go first. So because I've never seen Hamilton, and it's coming to Disney Plus, and I'm super pumped. And I've heard that I think a lot of people were worried about, well, Hamilton's like an experience you have to see in the theater. Like it's just that good. You have to see it in person to understand what it's about and how awesome it is. the translation into, something on a screen, a lot of people were really nervous about how, will it be captured, that awesomeness be captured? And apparently the answer is like a huge yes. And
that's so good.
Yeah, apparently it's really awesome and it's really well done. Disney, of course, is not going to mess that up. So I am super pumped to actually sit down and watch that because I've never seen it before and I've only heard like amazing things. So
I'm super excited too. I'm obsessed with the soundtrack, but I'm not rich, so I haven't seen it either. Tickets are super expensive, so it will be nice for us to all be able to watch it if we can, steal a Disney Plus password from a friend, or have an account, guys. It's 2020. Get your own account.
There you go.
I use my friend's account. No, I'm not paying.
I use my sister's.
Yeah.
What about you, Victoria?
Well, I was going to say, I'm actually very excited to watch that. My friend texted me and he was like, do you like live productions? And I was like, yes, but like Corona, we can't go see a live production right now. And he was like, Hamilton's coming out. Will you watch it with me? I was like, yes, I will. So I'm very excited for that. But so I have 2 this week. Very excited for another season of Ozark. Very sad.
God, yes.
But
Jameson's so mad he didn't think about that.
I thought Jameson was going to say it, so I was secretly hoping he wouldn't, so I could have it.
That's how you know Hamilton's good. It made Jameson forget about it.
Yeah, there you go. Yeah. Exactly.
So very excited for that. Very sad it's going to be the last one, but I respect why they have chosen to end the show. So I'm looking forward to that. And then this is super random. Jennifer Garner, if you guys ever follow her or watch her on Instagram, she's hilarious. She is the cutest. I feel like she's cute as a button. And she does these little like cook shows, but it's like the most relatable thing you've ever seen because it's someone who like kind of knows how to cook, but like still has to like watch directions and like she messes up a lot. And she's just really funny when she does it because she screws things up and she's like, wait, I gotta do that. And I'm like, this is so relatable. And it just brightens my day. I share her videos all the time to my Instagram stories. So Jennifer Garner, you have highlighted my week, so thank you for that.
She is so freaking cute. It's like unfair.
Yes, I know.
Mine is it's something that has been kind of fun to watch, but it's more the concept behind the idea that I'm applauding. So obviously programming is getting more difficult to find as things have been shut down. So what TLC has done for the 90 Day Fiance thing is they already have 2 seasons going right now. But to get a 3rd season going, they have 90 Day Fiance Bites Back, where they air episodes of the season of 90 Day Fiance before the 90 days that we just watched, that literally just ended. They re-air it from the beginning and then have the people on the show comment on tweets about the show. So they're recording people watching the show and tweeting about it. It is, first of all, I've been watching it. Second of all, it's the biggest hustle of all time. I cannot believe they are getting me to watch that. I watch it when it airs. Then I watch Pillow Talk, which is cast members talking about the show. And now I'm watching Bites Back, which is cast members talking about people watching the cast members talk about the show. It's amazing. The person who thought about it is like an Inception queen, and I'm watching it and it's like, it's fine. So I really admire the hustle, and I thought about what they'd actually gotten me to do earlier this week and was like, I can't believe I'm watching the same season I just watched.
We're gonna have to be getting that creative moving forward with TV.
Yeah.
Well done.
I mean,
very funny
because it's gonna take people getting real creative to try and create new content with the same content that they already have. So kudos to them.
Yeah, I just thought it was funny. I was like, man, I'm being hustled, and that's fine. Because I'm bored, so I'll watch anything. All right, guys, don't forget to follow popculture.com. We've got all your up-to-date news. We are on Facebook and Twitter. I'm at Anna Rumor.
I'm at Jameson G. Brown.
And I'm at V. Megatomy.
Quick detour. The Blue Wiggle followed me on Twitter the other day, and I'm like, I'm not good at Twitter, so I hope you like stupid jokes. But
what is the Blue Wiggle?
The Wiggles, the blue one.
Oh, yeah. Look at you. So, you're good at Twitter, though. You're better at Twitter than me, for sure.
Well, apparently it's Wiggle approved. I thought that was very funny. So welcome, Blue Wiggle. If you're a group chat listener, we love you. You're the best of the Wiggles unless the other Wiggles listen. Don't forget to rate, review, subscribe. We're on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, Stitcher, wherever you get your podcasts, we're there. And then drop us a nice little rating and start July off with a bang. But not literally. Fireworks are not great for pets.
Correct.
See you
Agreed.
next time.